Hi guys, Tucker here with a new video and again a new episode. Now I don't know if it's going to be a double upload or if it's the day after, but you will know that because you're watching the video. And we are currently level 11 in Stormwind City. I'm going to show you where you can actually start leveling. I would say more fun. It's a personal choice. You have more choices to actually choose from to actually level your character. There are a few forms, of course. What I would suggest is level open, like in the open world with quests, and I would also suggest to go for Cataclysm. I really like the quests from Cataclysm, which is pretty much like vanilla. You're leveling through Azeroth, which is one big playground, and you can actually just finish like stories in every zone until you're level 60, right? And whenever you're level 60, you go for Dragonflight. So here you can choose the adventure you've chosen. I've chosen Cataclysm, but you can always pretty much do whatever, right? You can always change your timeline here. You get a quest to talk with Chromie. Now it's in on the Alliance side. It will be in Stormwind, but if you are like Horde, it will be in Orgrimmar. And you can change it here. By the way, I'm going to show you how you get that cool mount, by the way. It's right now for this month. Next month it will be something else. And here you can select your timeline. And you can change it through TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, Mist of Pandaria, Draenor, Legion Invasion, and Shadowlands. I think the fastest to level from 1 to 70, or level 60 I would say, is probably Draenor. But I prefer the zones from Cataclysm. I prefer the dungeons from Vanilla and also Cataclysm. Overall, I prefer the experience from Cataclysm, so I would suggest you do that. Now, it is not really important. You can also just dungeon grind. So you can go on the group finder, do random classic dungeon or whatever you've chosen, and then find group. And what I always suggest is to always queue up for BGs, because you do need honor. If you're planning to do PvP, you want honor gear to be bought from the get-go and not like farm at level 70 with like poor gear. You can of course buy it from the auction house, which I will also show you guys in those videos. The pace will pick up. I will not make videos, I will not make 5 videos around level 19 of course, but I want to show you the process to level quickly and to learn your character, because again, we're leveling from 1 to 70 to actually learn efficiently your character. You're learning your keybinds, you're learning like muscle memory on that character. Like for example, for me, C is polymorph. I will use polymorph multiple times during the leveling process. And I will be, of course, learning my character, right? Right now I'm Frost. I did do my specialization for every single spec. So I did Arcane, Fire, and Frost. And personally, I will level through all those 3 specs. But I would suggest, if you're like choosing a character and you already have a spec in mind, try to stick with it, because you will be learning muscle memory on that single spec. Now, personally, I do not know what I'm going to level, what I'm going to play the most at level 70, if it's for Mythic Plus, Raiding, or PvP, which I will do all 3 on this character. I will be committed. I want to show every single part of the game and do a quick tutorial about it, because the game doesn't really explain it like from the get-go. It's not going to give you a tutorial how to raid or Mythic Plus, how it works, or for example PvP. I'm going to show you every single aspect to it. So please, if you like those kinds of videos, do subscribe so you do not miss the video. Of course, notification bell so you do get notifications from whenever I'm putting videos up. Normally it's always on the same times of the day, but sometimes I will do a double upload, sometimes I will be sooner, sometimes I will be later. I'm a part-time content creator, really not really a part-time content creator. It's more of a hobby. But if you can help me with it, please do help me. And like for the algorithm, so it shows to the most people possible on YouTube. Now, we have our little monster, which is not the best taste, this one, but at least it's zero sugar. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you one thing. For Stormwind, it is here. I do not know for Orgrimmar. I'm very sorry of that. But this is the Trader's Post. And the Trader's Post is actually very cool because it gives you free cosmetics, and that is what I got for this mount. This is the big battle beer. I don't care about that. So I have a lot of mounts on this account for some reason. I didn't know that like 2 accounts on one account, because I have a main account and I have like 2 WoW accounts. I didn't know that everything was shared, but whatever. We're playing as if we do not have all those mounts, so I'm going to play with the one that I did receive. I do not know. I'm gonna filter. I do not know where it is. I think it's this one, Cinder Main Charger. So I got this Cinder Main Charger on the trader's post, and you have like a chest here with a quest. Normally you already got the quest, and you're going to click on that chest and you will get points, and for every single activity you're going to do you will get points somehow, some way. If you're going on, I think the achievement one, no, it's not achievement, it is on the adventure guide one on the left side of bottom left. Depends on where you're going to put it on your UI. On the previous video we did change our UI, and here is the traverse log, and every time you're getting a reward, and then you have like a final reward. Again, this is a mount, pretty cool mount if you ask me, and you get like points for everything that you're doing, like 25 raid bosses, defeat treasure goblins in Stormwind, Orgrimmar, or the Dragon Isles. You have mythic dungeons, you have dungeon bosses, earn 7.5k honor, etc, etc. Everything you're going to do, you're going to gain travelers points, which can be used for travelers log. Here you're gonna see, and here you can actually freeze an item if you feel like you don't have the points for this month, which is like 15 days. You can freeze something. For example, I froze a dagger. It was a really cool dagger, and you can buy this mount with just 900 points, which is free. It is something you're going to do eventually, and it's always going to be refreshing to have like cosmetics for nearly nothing, right? So I really like it. I have like bought this one also for my mage, so I'm gonna equip it once I have like a better stuff from the leveling process. But anyways, so I wanted to share where you can have like a cool mount. It doesn't matter if you're like new or a veteran or whatever. This is for everyone. If you're just subscribed, you will have it, and you can just grind it out and get some cool cosmetics. I do not know about the free-to-play ones until level 20, but I know that anyone can have those kinds of rewards depending on the journey, of course. Anyways, we have taken a quest for heroes called Duskwood. Now I'm going to play as if we do not have the fly points. I don't know if you're starting with fly points or not, since this account is a bit tarnished because it is an account into an account. So I think everything is unlocked. I do not want that, so I'm going to walk to there. But what am I going to do? I'm going to queue for random BG, which I am already, and I'm going to queue for a random dungeon. And what you want to do is, if you have time, if you have a second screen or whatever, you can look up for guides about your spec. You can learn your spec from scratch, which you can do that. Like, again, I'm also someone that does that, and I learned the hard way. But what you can do is actually like learn your spec and learn in another way. Like, again, proactively thinking, look, what is the best route to actually learn your character? What is like a fire mage? What is a frost mage? What is the particularity of those specs? Learn it online by going on Wowhead, by going on Trustfar, by going on Murloc.io, by going on YouTube, type Fire Mage Guide PvP or Fire Mage Guide 10.1 Dragonflight, whatever. You will find like cool guides. And again, we're going to show that once I feel like, look, I'm a higher level, I can have more spells. I will be looking up for guides and look up like playstyle wise, what can I do to actually improve right now? Because again, you don't need to be level 70 to improve, because I feel like that's already a bit too late. You can improve, of course, like I did that with every single character. I leveled from 60 to 70. But if you want to be, I would say, look, we have a dungeon, perfect. We're going to do the dungeon. If you want to be efficient and you don't want to lose too much time, and also like motivation, again, losing is a demotivating factor, right? Here, this is a short dungeon I'm going to show you. So basically you're like grouped up with other people, again, very cool, and you have some interaction. You can say hi. I don't know if they're going to respond to me, but whatever, I'm still going to say hi. And again, you can make it easier for you by just playing the game. So that's it. That's a bit my thought process. Again, try to be civilized in dungeons, and the same for you. You're going to probably also play not that well. That's not a problem since you're new to the game. But the same for veterans that do not know how to play their classes, which is not a shame. Again, I'm not the best fire mage, so I will fail, and people will probably know that once I'm like doing Mythic Plus and I do not know how to do the effective how it's called, rotation, or in like PvP where I'm going to be straight like fodder for everyone. But that's all right. That's all right. We just want to play the game and enjoy the game. Now, I think our DPS will be super low because we do not have hot hands. Hot hands? Does it call hot hands? I don't think it's hot hands. I think it's called hot streak. So whenever you critical strike 2 times in a row, you will be able to have hot streak, which then gives you a instant pyroblast, which is this ability, which is a 4.4 second cost, mind you. So whenever you can actually have an instant of that one, and it crits, it does even more damage, of course. But like casting it like straight out, you will probably not have a lot of ways to do that. So just in general, we're trying to level through the dungeons, through the PvP, and try to learn the keybinds, try to be aware of what you're doing, try to be like mindful. I know that you're playing to have fun. Again, you can have fun however you want, but I think if you are like actually thinking about what you're doing, about the keybinds you're using, and being proactive in your thinking process, you can really learn a lot and then apply it in PvE for high-end PvE, for example, Mythic Plus, or raiding, whatever you want to do, or PvP, for example, for myself, I'm a PvPer. If you want to improve in different kinds of situations, that is the best way to actually achieve it, by really thinking step by step what you want to achieve with certain specs. Again, for example, frost mages, they are not going to kill you slowly with dots, because that's not a dot spec, right? You want to be able to freeze someone, you want to be able to have those important crits, because they have a lot of crit modifiers, and again, makes it a lot more worth to actually use those spells onto people that are frozen, and this is actually super important. So that's actually something you should be mindful about. And yeah, I mean, doing dungeons here and there, try to progress into it, try to learn from it, is always quite nice. And again, it levels also very nice because we have Winds of Sanctuary, so 50% more XP is always nice to have it. So we're going to destroy this so we don't have other spawns from ads. This is not like my favorite dungeon, by the way. I prefer like Dead Mines or something like that. I'm very big fan of Dead Mines. And dungeons are not going to be very difficult, so you can really level through it without any problems and have an enjoyable time as well. And again, please do let me know if you like that kind of series, because I want to do it more often. I want to do, because this is, you can see it as a 0 to hero, but really from the ground up. Some people do a 0 to hero at level 70 with full honor gear, and they do like a PvP grind or a PvE grind. But what I'm doing is actually like a 0 to hero from level 1, explaining what I'm doing, explaining what my thought process is, to actually like, again, take those newer players into like the world of Warcraft, right? To try to make them fans of this game and try to stick into PvE or PvP. My preference is, if you're watching, please do PvP. I will make you learn how to PvP and to efficiently climb, but also have fun with PvP, because again, what you want to have is fun. And I know World of Warcraft is not perfect at the moment. I am also like guilty of ranting here and there, but I think in general it's probably the best MMO of the in the market. I played lots of MMOs these days and nothing really catches me like, for example, World of Warcraft. The leveling is smooth. The spells, whenever you're like casting it and whenever you're actually dealing damage, the numbers, the addons, although we do not really like those addons all the time, it's still something that a lot of like MMOs don't have. And some MMOs straight up ban it, and I feel like if in general you want to have fun, we don't really care about Addons. Maybe weak auras, which are like pop-ups or sound effects or whatever. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm not even playing with that. But in general, if you want to check, oh, am I dying? I'm going to ice block, whatever. I'm going to ice block. I do not want to die. I didn't get a heal, so it was a bit difficult. So I got a big buff, like I got a big item, which is Noxious Shooter, which is very nice, 12 intellect, and we do see the difference on damage, right? I'm going to equip the other staff, right? I'm going to do a fireball. So with the staff of Noxious Shooter, I did 90, and there is 74. So you see, I have like straight up a 15% increase in damage, maybe a bit more even. So it's always nice to have like power-ups with gear, which is not often what you get with other MMOs. And again, think positively. I think World of Warcraft is a fantastic MMO to play in if you want to learn and have some great bragging rights. Again, it's the only MMO where you really have esport, even in PvE. You have esport about Mythic Plus, you have esport about raiding scene, like I think just world first raid, like clean of a Mythic raid, for example, or Mythic Plus, like dungeon runs, which you have, like I think this weekend it's PvP one. I think the next one after AWC you will have probably the Mythic Plus competition. So if you want to try that out, you can try that out. I think the website does explain how you can do it. But anyways, many ways to actually have fun with the game. So I'm kind of, again, it's not really the most interesting thing I'm like showing, right? Like like gameplay wise, it's quite boring for me to do just fireballs and like sometimes a fire blast, not even pressing power blast because it's so too long of a cast. But again, I'm trying to explain how you can improve, how you can actually be mindful about the gameplay you're doing and actually enjoying it. If you like, again, like me, you're doing like spreadsheets about like classes, try to theory craft. Look, at this level I want to play fire, and then I want to play frost, and then I want to try arcane, and then if I want to do PvP, maybe I should play like fire because fire is very strong, or should I maybe play frost because I want to do PvE, or arcane? Why not be an arcane mage main? All those things are actually very nice to do. So be mindful about what you're doing, and you will enjoy your journey. So this is the end of the dungeon. I wanted to just talk really quickly about that, and you will see probably next video a PvP match. I want to do a PvP match, big G's, on the channel again, looking and make you see the enjoyment you can have on lower level BGs. Again, should pop anytime, and whenever it does, and I have the streaming capacity to do it, I will record me, talk about it, and make you enjoy it. And again, we're going to level through it. I will try to give tips and tricks on how you can improve as a spec, as a class, as a World of Warcraft player, and hopefully you do enjoy the process. Again, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. I'm going to walk through Duskwood because that's where I'm going to level. I would suggest you also do that. If you want to level with me, please do level with me. Let me know in the comment section below if you're actually doing that as well. If you're leveling someone from 1 to 70 and you're taking your time, you're trying to be mindful with your leveling process, with your learning process, with the character, and hopefully you will have a great day. Again, have a great day. Be sure to stay safe. We will catch each other very soon in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.